You're watching To The Point. What I'm going to take you now, like I said earlier, till now, what is it that we've heard? That 7 women wrestlers have complained. There are FIRs under POCSO, 1 under POCSO against Brij Bhushan Sharan. You keep hearing sexual harassment charges, sexual complaints. But let me tell you the details. These are details which really most of us don't want to know, but we must know, because these allegations need to burn into your memory space. Because if these allegations hold true, then the alleged pervert here, Brij Bhushan Sharan, needs to be arrested. What we're going to do is we're going to take you through the testimony of these wrestlers, and then we're going to get a panel of both, legal panel as well as, from the police force, who will tell us that if these charges or FIRs were there in any other case, would there have been an imminent arrest? Now, what has been the testimony? The complainant one says, called me to his table and touched me inappropriately. Touched me from chest to stomach on pretext of breath test. This is complainant 1. Complainant 2 pulled my t-shirt and put his hands on my chest. These are the same women who've also said that he's touched my breast, tried to grope my breast multiple times, hugged me without my permission, asked for a bribe, said that he'll get me supplements if I give him sexual favors. Multiple tests, viewers, multiple complaints coming in from 7 of these complainants. I want to cut across right now to Sanjay Hegde, and we're going to cut across to him and get an understanding. Mr. Hegde, if these complaints, and we'll take our viewers through the complaints where each of the 7 are stating that he groped at my breasts, he touched me inappropriately. The minor complainant says that he brushed against my breasts, he tried to force himself on me. If these complaints were in any other case, Mr. Hegde, under POCSO, 1 of the FIRs, would there have been an imminent arrest?
Well, it's normally the norm that when there are such serious allegations under POCSO, there is an arrest made. That is made for more than one reason. Firstly, somebody who has allegations against under POCSO is likely to be a predator. He is likely to have done it to others as well. So you need to protect not only the minor concerned, but you need to protect others. And I do not see why in this particular case no arrest has been made. The public at large are not currently privy to what investigation has happened. It does not appear to be that he has been even called to any police station or anywhere for the purposes of investigation. There is nothing on record which, at least to my knowledge, which seems to indicate that he has indeed joined the investigation. Normally in a POCSO case, there is an arrest, and it is not only for investigation, but also to protect the complainants.
All right, Mr. Hegde, stay on with us. I want to cut across to Yashovardhan Azad as well. He's a former IPS officer. Mr. Azad, I want to just take our viewers through the kind of the content which is there in the FIR. Revolting, makes you sick to the stomach. But, where you have 7 women, 1 of them a minor, all of them stating to the level that he tried to grope my breast while I was practicing. He called me to his room, closed the door, pulled me towards himself. Multiple women saying, tried to force himself on me. If all of these complaints were made in any other case, sir, and I'll ask the same question to you, would an arrest be imminent?
Well, at the outset, stating that this is shocking and distressing, I have already written in an article that under normal circumstances, there would have been an arrest straight away. POCSO Act is a special legislation. It's meant to protect the minors. It's specially to not only protect them, it's protect them after giving the statement, protect them during the trial, during the investigation. There are too many wrongs, Preeti, which has happened in this particular case. There are so many incidents which you've described, the sickening. And all those incidents, I think there should have been separate FIRs, because for each incident, they have to put together the evidence and then go to trial and then only file a charge sheet. And therefore, there are so many things which need to be done. But as I have already said, that this investigation seems frozen in time. And obviously, for various reasons. You see, during the case where the Jantar Mantar incident took place, where the Dharna protests they were agitating, on the day of the new Parliament House, it was all right to arrest them because they were crossing the barricade. But then to, just kick them out of Jantar Mantar was wrong. I mean, it is casting a different kind of an influence on the investigation, that whereas the accused is going on making statements of all kind, these wrestlers are forced to go to Haridwar. The other point which I want to mention, Preeti, in the end is, which is most distressing. If Ram kills Shyam, it's a very easy case. A sub-inspector can take a decision and do it is only in such cases which are sensitive, like rape cases, like sexual assault cases, like rioting cases, where the IPS officers are called to report to their conscience, to take a decision. Otherwise, for simple cases, there are so many people. That is why it is most unfortunate. It needs somebody to stand up. That is all what is not happening in this case. And one thing more, in a sensitive case, in a case which has, disturbed sections of society, the police, it is incumbent upon them to come to the public and inform the stages and progress, which is not happening, which gives you the complete picture that the case is proceeding absolutely slowly and no investigation so far has been done, because after the statement given to the magistrates, the accused has not even been called for giving any kind of statement, forget collecting evidence.
I want to go to Amitabh Sinha as well, senior advocate. He's also there, who's joining us. He has a slight contrarian view on this. Mr. Sinha, I'll take you through again, sir. And I'm sorry, somewhere down the line, many would suggest one shouldn't say it on national television, but I would reckon the content of the FIRs, the allegations are so shocking that it's revolting to say the least. Sir, would you reckon if, especially if there's a POCSO case, would you reckon there should have been an imminent arrest if these were the charges against this man?
Preeti, thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak on this very sensitive and very important issue of the national affair. See, this situation is very unfortunate. Certainly, there is no doubt. There is no doubt. Doubt is not there. But my point is why this situation has arisen. See, my point is very clear. Everybody is equal before the eyes of law. If a person is with national importance or a common man, a beggar, and everybody is equal. So these, wrestlers, they have won the medal. That's very good. They are girls. That is also very important. But now the entire situation is basically turning into a different, turning into different picture. Why I'm telling you? So such type of allegations were made. Then some investigation was on, and then the sports minister Anurag Thakur also took the cognizance. He formed a committee. That committee was basically headed by also a very important Olympian and well-known face, Mary Kom ji. And he after constitution of this matter, he gave this matter that there's a statement that no. So we will certainly take action, whatever is possible. But my point is, this report also were not, relied upon.
Sir, I'm going to ask you a direct question, Mr. Sinha. I'll ask you a direct question. Everybody knows the chronology of events. As a senior advocate who practices in the Supreme Court, sir, if you have a case where 7 women, including a minor, have gone on to suggest that he groped their breasts, that he came on to them, he asked for sexual favors, he said he will only buy you a supplement if you succumb to having physical relations with him, that he pulled up their t-shirts, ran his hand from their breast to the stomach and down.
Don't repeat all this.
Why not, sir? It has to be repeated. Why not repeat all of this? It has to be repeated. It has to be repeated so many times that it burns into the memory space of people.
Everybody is aware of what the charges are.
Therefore,
I'm
repeating all of this.
Point is,
sir, my point is, I'm repeating all of this
to
ask you.
Just a minute. All these charges were made clear before the Honorable Supreme Court of India in a closed envelope. And Supreme Court of India also, Honorable Chief Justice and 2 more judges, they also went through the entire list of charges, and after that they gave the instruction to this
to file an FIR.
to Delhi police,
Yes.
to Delhi police that file an FIR and investigate.
Therefore,
FIR
as an advocate in the Supreme Court, Mr. Sinha, I'll ask you a direct question.
I'm telling. Let me
Sir, let me ask you that
complete.
question.
I have understood.
What is the question?
Okay.
I'm saying, as an advocate in the Supreme Court, if these were the charges, this is a case that came to you, would you not consider this as an imminent arrest? Yes or no?
No, because
Okay.
the Supreme Court has given Supreme Court has given clear instruction to the Delhi police that file an FIR and investigate. Filing
Okay.
FIR means it should be followed by the investigation, whether
Okay.
the charges are true or not. And I only put my point very clear in front of that. In 2006, Sukanya Singh rape case was constituted against Rahul Gandhi, and after that Supreme Court says that nothing doing, close this case, and after that nobody is talking about that. But Sukanya rape case is there, and Sukanya and his family is stressless. Nobody can find where they are. But my point is that if Supreme Court has said something, for Sukanya it's okay. But for these girls, it's not okay.
Why are we drawing false equivalence? But that's fine. You've made your point. I want to also cut across right now. Back to Mr. Sanjay Hegde. Mr. Sanjay Hegde, do you agree with this argument? I also want to bring in Mr. Madan Lal. Sir, appreciate it of the note that, I'll cut across to Mr. Madan Lal first. Mr. Hegde, just give me, 5 minutes there. Mr. Madan Lal, you're from the squad of 1983. I would reckon all of you coming together, receiving a statement in support of our wrestlers, also advising them that their medal doesn't just belong to them, but the rest of the country, is a brave move, sir. Was it a unanimous decision to come in support of our wrestlers, Mr. Lal?
Yeah, definitely. It's a unanimous decision but taken by the 1983 team, a winning team. But, I entirely support this wrestler, whatever they are saying. And at the same time, once the FIR is registered, then the law will take its own course, Let the law, law of the country, judiciary will decide who is guilty or not guilty. The other thing which I don't like about the one thing is, that most of the political parties entering on this agitation. Why? Because this is the agitation for a wrestler, not for other parties, a political party. So let the judiciary decide. FIR is there. Now we'll wait for the decision to come in.
So what was the intent behind the joint statement that was issued by your entire 83 squad?
We are concerned about them, We are definitely. I'm first. We all support them, It's
so
not that we are not supporting them. We are supporting them.
So was the trigger point, sir? You are saying you are supporting the wrestlers?
Yeah, definitely I am supporting the wrestler. But once the FIR is registered, then the judiciary will take a decision. The other thing which I don't like, the abhiyan jo inhone chalaya hua hai, wrestler ne, सारी political parties enter कर गई अंदर. I can't understand. ये उनका है मुद्दा.
आप कह रहे हैं इनको पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज, जी, जो पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज हैं जो इससे जुड़ गई हैं, इनको नहीं जुड़ना चाहिए था.
बिल्कुल नहीं जुड़ना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये तो रेसलर का मुद्दा है. ये अब कल मैं सुन रहा हूँ कि कल या परसों ये भारत बंद कर रहे हैं. ये क्या बात है
सर? और जो ट्रिगर पॉइंट, जी मदन लाल जी, जो ट्रिगर पॉइंट था, ये क्या था कि आप लोगों ने ये जो स्टेटमेंट इशू किया है, इसमें ट्रिगर पॉइंट क्या था?
ट्रिगर पॉइंट ये था कि जैसे उनको हैंडल किया गया है, जैसे हैंडल किया गया, जैसे उनको जब वो एजिटेशन कर रहे थे, जब वो कर रहे थे, तो तब वो उनको जो हैंडल अच्छी तरह नहीं किया गया. इसलिए ये भी एक पॉइंट था. जैसे हमने देखा है कि जो जितने भी रेसलर थे, वो नीचे उनके ऊपर उन्होंने क्या रखा हुआ था, पाँव रखे हुए थे या जूते रखे थे, नीचे दबाया हुआ था, विच वी डिडंट लाइक इट. हमें अच्छा नहीं लगा और हमने डिसाइड किया 1983 टीम ने, वी डेफिनेटली, पहले भी हमने उनको सपोर्ट किया, अब भी हम उसको सपोर्ट करेंगे. बट द मेन थिंग इज FIR रजिस्टर्ड, लेट द जुडिशरी टेक ए डिसीजन.
मदन लाल जी, रेसलर्स की ये कह रहे हैं कि देखिए FIR तो हो गई है, 7 FIR हो गई हैं, उनमें से एक माइनर की है जो पॉक्सो है, तो अरेस्ट होना चाहिए, जो नहीं हो रहा है.
Well, they have to decide. The court has to decide. I don't know, but then they can continue.
Ji.
They can continue their abhiyan, whatever they're doing,
So, sir, you are saying you are with the wrestlers, but you don't want it politicized. आपका ये कहना है?
No, I don't want a political people,
Right.
parties under. I'm with them.
You are with the wrestlers, but you don't like the politicization of it, right?
Yeah, why politicize and all this thing? It's a wrestler fight, I want them to fight the case, So
Right.
that's what I want, हर पार्टी अंदर चले गई है, कोई पार्टी जा रही है, कोई पार्टी जा रही है, तो इसमें तो ऐसा तो ये सारा मुहिम है, ऐसा लग रहा है कि ये सारा पॉलिटिकल बन रहा है सारा सिनेरियो.
Right. But you are saying the wrestlers' demands are justified.
Justified, definitely. The government must listen to them. Must listen to them. Whatever they think, they had a meeting, they can go back again to the sports minister, whatever the concerning people are. Then they can talk to them and let the government decide and the judiciary decide, what sort of decision. Because इसमें क्या है कि हमारे यहाँ ऐसे जब ये हो रहा है तो सारी दुनिया में जो मैसेज जा रहा है वो भी मैसेज ठीक ही नहीं जा रहा.
जी, जो मैसेज जा रहा है कि right, sir, the visuals that came in, which was your trigger point, आप उसकी बात कर रहे हैं.
हाँ, yeah, that's right. मैसेज जो जा रहा है वो अच्छा नहीं जा रहा है. स्पोर्ट्स में ना इनका मेडल, जब ये बड़ा दुख हुआ हमें जब ये मेडल अपना गंगा में बहाने चले गए, क्योंकि एक मेडल लेने के लिए 20 साल लगते हैं, 30 साल खून पसीने की जो मेहनत होती है तब जाकर मिलते हैं. तभी वो भी कोई पता नहीं होता कि मिलेगा या नहीं मिलेगा, क्योंकि एक कंपटीशन है. कंपटीशन में हार जीत तो होती है, पर जीतना एक बहुत बड़ी बात होती है. और that's why 83 had decided कि हम उनके साथ हैं.
Madan Lal ji, बहुत शुक्रिया कि आप हमसे जुड़े. To make it clear, Madan Lal saying that we are with the wrestlers but against the politicization of the entire protest of the wrestlers. Appreciate you joining us, Madan Lal ji. बहुत शुक्रिया. And thank you, sir. Many would suggest to stand up for the wrestlers जब बहुत कम लोग जुड़ रहे हैं. Getting back to the debate, Sanjay Hegde, I was coming back to you. Mr. Yashwardhan Azad, I know you want to make a point. Just going back to Mr. Hegde. Mr. Hegde, what Mr. Sinha just said, would you agree in principle with that?
No, I don't agree. Simply because it is not the function of the Supreme Court at that stage to see to deliver any message of guilt or innocence. Anything it could have said would have affected the investigation. Therefore, the Supreme Court was very careful. It said, yes, an FIR has been lodged. Now take action in accordance with the law. By that, it means whatever is the normal procedure. Normally, in a POCSO case, people are arrested straight out. And as I said earlier, they are arrested not only to protect the victim, but also to help other people come forward. That is the nature of the investigation, and that is why arrests are often done.
All right. Mr. Azad, please make your point. Right. Mr. Azad, make your point. You've been wanting to come in. Go ahead, sir.
My point is that obviously it is true that there should be no politics involved in this, but politics begets politics. One of the reasons why the Delhi police is so slow in its investigation is because the accused is politically a powerful person. And that is why arraigned on the other side are these other politicians who want to come in. So it has muddled the case, that's a different thing. But the case itself is sharp and clear. Mind you, one more point, Preeti, that before the lodging of the FIR itself, there was a preliminary inquiry done by the Delhi police. So obviously there was some kind of prima facie evidence there on the basis of which the FIR was lodged. That is why they had preliminary investigation. So now to freeze the investigation at this stage with doing nothing at all, it's absolutely wrong. Either you proceed, file the charge sheet. Second, or you close the case citing lack of evidence. Or third, you proceed against the wrestlers under 182 and 211 of IPC saying that you have leveled a wrong charge. But something you should do. You can't just stand and do nothing about it.
Amitabh Sinha, you clearly don't concur with either Mr. Azad or Mr. Hegde.
Yes, Preeti, my point again is very clear that if Supreme Court has given the direction it should be honored and followed up. The Supreme Court,
So then,
Honorable
sir,
Supreme
in
Court has
principle,
said,
the point is that that's what even both of them are saying. The Supreme Court has said
that's
that
why I'm
file an
telling
FIR.
but no, but you cannot press the panic button. See, if this situation has arisen, it has a very long, long-term effect of this entire thing. The sports segment, sports scenario of the country also will see the beating. See, I'm just trying to make it very clear that everybody is equal to law, in front of the law. So my
Okay.
point is that
Okay, your point is, Mr. Hegde. Right.
No, I'm telling you, just to conclude my point. See, if Brij Bhushan Singh is a very important person, or a powerful, or Bahubali, whatever, so he should also be treated in the same with the
Right.
same yardstick, like Rahul Gandhi was taken. My point is,
No, you can't. Those are false
right from the-
equivalents, sir. Those are very, very false equivalents. 1 second.
No,
but,
no,
sir,
no,
I'm not a
rape
lawyer,
case
but
and
even I know
molestation.
that's a false equivalent.
Molestation, see, molestation
But-
and rape. The rape is more heinous than molestation. I'm not comparing both
Sir,
the things.
but those are... okay. Okay, sir, okay, you
but
made your
rape-
point. Okay,
rape
you made
is-
your point.
rape-
Justice, Mr. Hegde, you wanted to come in very quickly, and the question is, which many other BJP leaders are also raising. Mr. Baghel raised it this afternoon, that let 100 guilty go scot-free, but don't arrest one who is not guilty.
Well, madam, arrests are made in almost as the matter of norm. The
Right.
Supreme Court did not say file an FIR and go to sleep. That is exactly what the Delhi police seem to be doing. They slow-walked the procedure till an FIR was forced out of them by the Supreme Court, and thereafter they have just decided
Right.
that they are going to wait for the Supreme Court to say something more. The people of this country are watching, and
Right.
they are the best judges of whether justice is being served in this case or not.
Right. I appreciate all three of you for joining us. You know, that's all the time that I have. Thank you, gentlemen.